Hello everybody, this is a search result for Arpitania. I'd like to speak about Arpitan. And by the way, this is here one of the flags which was suggested for this region speaking the same language. Another one was up there on the right and other here further down. There is this Savoy cross which comes back regularly, or here in the middle you've got the Roson, which is the rose of the Alps. You can find it in other flags too, but some people think it's problematic because some right-wing movements have adopted it in Milan or in the north of Italy, La Lega, and we are of course not associated with that. We want to support some culture and not any racist culture, racist movement rather. Okay. So let's speak about what we call Arpitania. It's just a region where the language Arpitan or Franco-Provençal was spoken since something like 500 after Christ. So if we have a look at that region in the middle of Europe on the map, you can see it very well. It's almost as big as Ireland, can you imagine? And there's a small enclave down there in the Puy. It seems they are soldiers which went there around 1300 and colonized the region and have kept their language. Nowadays we're in touch over the internet and contacts exist with that region, which is one of the wonders of the internet. So this is a detailed map of Romance languages in Europe, and right in the middle of Europe, almost a second Switzerland, as you can see here. Switzerland is there, and Arpitania is on the left of it, including parts of Switzerland. This is a different view with names of regions in French. The most speakers can be found in the Aosta Valley. It's very lively in Switzerland in the mountains, in Valais, on the Rhone, before Lake Geneva. And in Freiburg, it's where the famous cheese Gruyère, or Gruyère in German, is produced. You've got Savoy, where the language is really lively too. It is taught thoroughly, and they want to have it recognized as a subject for the bac, which is problematic, astonishingly. Occitan is recognized in France as a subject for bac, but not Franco-Provençal or Savoyard, as they call it there in Savoy. As you can see, there are many regions on the left of these mountainous regions: Dauphiné, Lyonnais, Forêt, Bresse, etc. So these regions are not so much in the mountains, and they seem to have lost their language earlier. They were influenced by the French language earlier. They still fight for survival. In Brest, there's a podcast every week, so they keep up the language as well as they can. There are some podcasts, by the way, in Savoy every week and in Freiburg every week as well, on Sunday in Freiburg in the morning, when people have time to listen to the radio. This is another view of the whole region. The names of the places are written in ORB, which is a reference orthography, which was invented to go beyond the different pronunciations because the pronunciations of the language are very different from one dialect to the other. This ORB orthography is very useful because every dialect can keep its words, its pronunciation, but if any writer of the language wants to present a text to the other regions, there's a common way of writing the language. So that's it from me today. Now you know what Arpitan is, a language in the middle of Europe, an old language all around Mont-Blanc. Have a nice day. Cheers.